800-951-0592, Joe and Jason, Patriot Radio News Hour. And, man, this is – how bad is it? Listen, I've never heard of something so outrageous, but it's California. But it highlights two things. Number one, how very little our money is worth today. And then number two, instead of, the relying on the bank of mom and dad, well, we're getting used to just let's partner with the government. And that's what the state of California is trying to do. Home buyers, you think housing's bad in California, by the way? Home buyers that make up to $211,000 annually will be able to receive the entire 20% down payment and all closing costs at a 0% interest rate. But wait, there's more. Oh, yeah, there's more. While the state has long offered home buyer assistance, they've taken it to a whole new level. The California dream. See, remember the American dream? And I'm not talking about dusty roads, okay? I'm talking about, hey, I can buy a house, right, with a white picket fence, the two kids and the dog, right? The American dream. Have a brand new car in the driveway, right? Now that's been replaced with what? Well, I rent this place. I got a used car. Maybe the dog's still there, and I don't even know if we have any kids. But the California dream for all shared appreciation loan program. Now, there's a couple of key words in there. All shared and appreciation. So the government says, hey, let's share. And, of course, they make a big assumption, don't they, Jason? Let's share in the appreciation. Well, what if it doesn't appreciate? I mean, that's the first thing that comes to mind. But let me tell you how it works. It's available to what California calls low and moderate income. So low to moderate income in California now is $211,000. The state of California will now be your partner. They say that all payments will be deferred for the entire life of the loan. So in other words, hey, we're going to loan you the money at 0%. And then, oh, by the way, you don't even have to pay it back. Well, here's the catch. When you sell the property or you refinance the loan, the state will take 20% of the appreciation and the homeowner gets to keep 80%. Isn't that a great plan? I mean, what could possibly go wrong with that plan, Jason?
It sounds like a pretty good deal for California. I mean, I didn't hear anything about the taxes that they're going to be paying yearly for the I guess the privilege of having this plan, and then at the end you get another 20% chopped. Boy, I mean, yeah, good luck. Because I guess my question would be, well, when my washer and dryer goes out, are you going to pay 20% of the fix?
Well, now to be fair, it's only $300 million. I say only, but it's not everybody. It's first come, first serve. But again, I'm pointing out. Well, wait a minute. What if, especially now? Let's just say right now, right? Mortgage is 7%. And let's just say things go to hell in the handbasket, and Jay Powell brings rates down to 0, and you want to refi. Right, because you want to lower the payment. Well, wait a minute. Your house didn't appreciate the 20%. What happens then? Does the state lose money? I mean, I don't know. How does that work? What if down the road the house never appreciates the 20%?
Yep. Yeah, and it sounds like a tester program, Joe. You say only $300 million, but that's obviously this is how they bring in a new type of program to see how it will work. And this is just a lower standard of living situation. You know, you don't really own the house; you own 80% of it. That's what it sounds like to me.
And your partner's the government. That's the best part, right? That's
California is your roommate.
Yeah. By the way, that fourth bedroom, that's our bedroom, right? That's our bedroom. I wonder if the state gets to come in there and eat 20% of your food too, right? You know.
Well, I wonder what the words are in there, Joe. What's the fine print when there's a homeless issue? Maybe that 20% is we need to park one of our people there that are less fortunate than you. You know, who knows what else is in the fine print?
Yeah, I just find it interesting as, again, the harder things get, the more it is that they come out with these ridiculous programs. I don't know if you saw, by the way, the exodus from San Francisco continues. Whole Foods, who opened what they called their flagship store, it wasn't even a year ago, said that they're closing. And you know why they said they are closing? They're scared for their employees' safety. Are you kidding me? Right? In San Francisco, right? Wait a minute, we're closing. Well, why are you closing? Well, we're scared for our employees' safety.
That sounds like a place I wouldn't want to be, Joe. That's
you think
wow.
You think the employees are like calling? You know, these big corporations, they have the tip line, the call-in line. And, you know, they're calling in saying, "Oh my God, every day I fear for my life in here." Right? I don't want to work here. Right?
Man, and people thought I was risky when I was a process server, having to deal with the crazy people that I had to give papers to, you know. So that's not even a dangerous situation, but they're declaring it dangerous because of the environment in San Francisco. That's insane. That's not going to improve the population of San Francisco anytime soon.
Yeah, I don't know how this is going to play out because we're seeing this now in places like Portland. We're seeing it in San Francisco. How about Baltimore? I don't know if you guys saw the craziness in Baltimore. The mayor now saying we want curfews. We're going back to the old way. Oh, wait, you're actually going to enforce the law? You know, I mean, lawlessness everywhere. It's insane. And, oh, hey, by the way, the government and you can be partners on your house. That sounds great. That's why you put your gold away. 800-951-0592. Jason and I, we're coming right back. 800-951-0592. Joe and Jason here on this Tuesday. Remember, tomorrow, CPI day. What is that number going to look like? It's gonna. I say it starts with a 5. My guess is going to be in the lower 5s. You know, whether somewhere between say 5.1 and 5.5, somewhere in that type range, Jason. Which again would continue that. Hey, this gradual decline lower. And I don't know, you know, we'll see how the markets react to low enough. My guess is if it's above that number, forget it. We're getting a rate hike. If it's at the upper end of that number, we're getting a rate hike. It may have to be 5 or less not to get one.
Well, we'll see. I think if it gets to 5, Joe, or 5.1, if it actually does that, I think they see them pause because they're essentially at 5, right, on their rate. And if they keep getting these lower CPI numbers, that'll make them feel warm and fuzzy that they're on top of it. But I think 5.4, 5.3 is most likely because I'm looking at the way it's come down since 2022, and it goes down 0.7, 0.4, 0.2, 0.5, 0.8, 0.8. So it's kind of in that half point range is how it's been lowering as a rule. So I would say 5.4, 5.3 sounds, and I think that would be a rate hike. But if it goes to 5.1 or 5, they could actually pause, Joe, depending on what other economic news hits by the time the next CPI and the next rate hike happens.
Yeah, and when we look here at the gold and silver markets, yesterday was a great opportunity. Today, gold's up $16 here, 2006. $10 liberties are now at $1,225. They're still cheaper. 210 still cheaper than the $20 piece. 20s are still at $2,495. $10 piece is $1,225. $5. And these are the quarter ounce $5. $655 on the silver side. Tight supplies on silver. And Jason will tell you, you got to be patient when ordering silver. It's coming, man, but it's taking sometimes 2 to 3 weeks. Right now, silver's up over 30 cents now, 25. Cases of Silver Eagles, and again, we lead the country here in this, 19,875. Rolls of Silver Eagles are at 800. Silver quarters and dimes, silver $50, unobtainium. I mean, and I shouldn't say that. We can get them, but the cost is in the 40 plus an ounce range. So, quarters and dimes, as expected, premiums went up again today. Rolls of quarters are now at $275, and rolls of dimes, $137.50. And Jason, again, supply on pretty much all silver is extremely, extremely tight right now.
Yeah, I mean, I can't wait to talk to Bernice today because I bought some silver on Friday, but I have a feeling since it's available to customers that are coming in, they usually like to buy a little extra, plus we have to fill all the orders that come in throughout the week. I have a feeling that probably disappeared from Friday to Tuesday, right, Joe? It's that quick. I mean, especially in Colorado, I've just noticed every time I get any kind of silver in, people come in, they ask, do you have a few extra rolls? What am I going to say? No, if I had it, I'm going to sell it to you. But the next guy comes in and asks the same question, I don't have any. It's done. Put the order in, wait for the shipping. You got to be patient for the shipping, guys. Put the order in. I know it sucks not to walk out the door the next day with it or on the day you show up. But put the order in, lock that price in. We'll call you in for that appointment, and you'll be better off for it. Because, Joe, it just seems like, I mean, geez, since the beginning of March, it just keeps moving, doesn't it?
Yeah. I mean, look at it. We're at government hallmark. We're at $38 plus. Silver Eagles, right, rolls at 40, right? A $50, I told you, above 40. We got an opportunity. You know what? I've got about 100 5-ounce silver bars. They're $155 for the 5-ounce silver bars. I've got about 100 of those. Jason, that's $31, right? So you're sitting there thinking, man, that's $7.50 less than dimes and quarters. It's $9 less than Silver Eagles, and we're not big bar fans, but hey, when you're talking that big of a difference in price, and of course at $155, it's pretty affordable.
Yeah, I remember, I don't know, 2 years ago maybe, we had some 10-ounce bars. I think we had some that came in. I think we sold them for $180. Right, Joe? So 5-ounce silver bars, $155. That means, what are these 5-ounce bars going to be in the next year, right, Joe? I mean, we're looking at $300 5-ounce silver bars in the future. That's how fast I always have the old prices in my brain, Joe. I kind of register and remember these old prices, and then as the prices keep going up, it's astounding how fast the prices have been going up the last few months and the last few years.
Yeah, I mean, you think about it, that was almost a 10-ounce bar a few years ago. Right? I mean, Go back 3-4 years. That was a 10-ounce bar. Now it's a 5-ounce bar. 5-ounce silver bars at $155 at 800-951-0592. As again, we're waiting for tomorrow's CPI number. Right now, Jason and I are betting it's going to be lower, at least probably a half point lower. but we're still we're thinking we're still going to pencil in that one last rate cut. But I think that's going to be the catalyst for the new all-time high in gold, and I would not be surprised. I mean, gold going to new highs, silver's going with it. I think this is a great opportunity. 800-951-0592, Patriot Radio News Hour. Joe and Jason will be back right after this. 800-951-0592, 5-ounce silver bars at $155, a huge discount to any other government hallmark silver right now. Silver's up 33 cents at $25.24. Gold's up 16 at 2006. The Dow's up 70. The S&P, the NASDAQ are lower. And then tomorrow we'll get that CPI data. But Jason, looking down the road here, and I think this is kind of the area here where we're getting ready for the next leg higher. And we talked about this towards the end of last year, right? When the Fed was going 75, and gold couldn't get going, right? Just couldn't get going. It's just kind of treading water. And then the second they went to that one meeting, they went to 50. And gold was off to the races. And we told you, listen, every time they go down a step, that's going to be a higher price. A higher gold price, higher silver price every step down. They went to 25 basis points. Look at boom, right? There's been talk now of either they're done or one more. Gold doesn't care which. Either one's fine. Because they're going to telegraph if they're going to take a pause anyway. And Jason, I think this is where we're going to see the new higher all-time highs in gold. I think silver's going to rally even harder towards that $30 level. And then you got to remember, then the next question is, do they stop quantitative tightening, right? That's a higher price. Do they actually talk about lowering rates? Remember, a lot of the people that I like, Jason, they think the Fed's going to lower rates at least a couple of times. Some people think the Fed's going to lower rates 3 or 4 times. I don't know about that in 2023, but all the catalysts are here for much higher prices over the next 6 to 8 months.
Yeah, I don't see where gold doesn't stop either slowly going up for the foreseeable years into the future, or if we have a huge leg up and blood in the streets and the markets for a short time where it sprouts up. But even in any situation, I think gold is now on an upward trend for a very long time. I don't see this as, like 2011, gold kind of artificially got high for a moment and then came back down, and then things kind of went sideways for a while. I think you're going to start to see gold inching up for a long time. And then if things get really scary in the markets, then you're going to see it bounce up higher. And the inflation,
Joe,
that's
a great point. This is the gradual, hey, everything's under control, no huge hard landing. This doesn't count another problem with banks or whatever it may be, right? This is just what I'll call your garden variety slowdown. And then anything above and beyond that, Jason, just start adding dollars to it.
And if we see gold sprint up like another $100 or $200 or $300 here in the next few months or weeks, I think that's very shortly after that, you're going to see inflation roar. And this is one of the reasons I think they really can't lower the rates, Joe. I think they're waiting for that inflation to come back, and that's why they got to be careful not to lower it or even freeze it too early, Joe, because then it's a real mess.
Yeah. And guess what? I'm not betting that the Fed is going to figure it out. Look at their track record. They always are off the mark. 800-951-0592, 5-ounce silver bars, $155. Jason and I coming right back with the half-empty cup.